Our Academy's mission is to work with students in order to find their particular interests, working to hone their individual skills so that way they can become really good at something they're interested in. We try to create the best environment possible for our students to succeed. We work to build unique courses and curriculums to help capture our students' passions and interests in fields that wouldn't usually be available to them in normal schools.
Academy is so good about providing the things needed that public schools and other private schools don't provide, right? So when you have a child in education and they are taking a language class and they are struggling because they're in a class of 40 students and they don't have the one-on-one attention, but they really want to learn it, what the Academy does is they fill in that gap. And they say, this is so important that we're willing to spend one-on-one attention, small group attention into this specific skill set because it is that important for you to learn. So robotics is great. It's offered at a lot of schools, but it's not offered in the same value that you have here with robotics, with 3D printing, with coding, all combined into one course, which is unheard of, right? But the fact that you have a faculty member here who can teach it like that and teach it well, and the kids are learning and they're enjoying it, kudos to you. While the Academy is providing a couple of core courses, right, and subjects, I think the growth for the Academy is massive because what you do is you basically fill in the most important gaps that education in America is not doing.
The Academy serves the people who are building our future. In our Academy, we put a unique focus on both the students and the teachers. We make sure that our teachers have access to any supplies that they might need in order to inspire their students. And then we make sure that our students have those experiences that will help define them. We've specifically chosen these subjects because of deficits we've pinpointed in our community. We want parents to have somewhere they can come so that their kids have both a positive fun experience as well as a high quality education. On the piano, it can be hard to find instructors who both capture the deep knowledge of music while making it entertaining. For language, there's a lot of online learning options. However, there aren't necessarily as many in-person classes, and that's a deficit we can fill in our locations. We want to both teach language and impress the interconnectedness between a country's language as well as their culture. So that's what's making us unique in there. And I feel like that's something that a lot of language programs don't necessarily delve into as deeply. Finally, for robotics and coding, it's a shame that in this area we don't have more programs in which students are learning real code and working with real robotics pieces. Additionally, most robotics programs don't help get their kids to the point where they can actually build robots. That's something that we're trying to build here.
It's a fun and a good program, and that it really helped me out.
Well, besides the playing, it's nice to get to know your teacher. They're not just a great piano player, they're a person too.
Challenging, fun, and flexible. Yeah. So as a teacher, we always take teacher evaluations, and the best evaluation you can get from a student is that this was a very challenging and hard course, but it was my most favorite, most enjoyable course of the semester. And when you can combine an enjoyable course with a challenging course and people love it, you have got excellent, excellent progress and excellent program. Of course, I would recommend all of your programs because you have such great one-on-one attention, and you're not so bound to the time constraint. You are bound to the content and the delivery of said content, right? So when I recommend anything, like I'll recommend a public speaking class or a theory class or any sort of class to any human, it's because I know they're going to get the content out of it for the money they're spending. And to be quite honest, we're spending dimes in comparison to the content that we're getting from you. So when it comes to, you know, what your kids are gaining out of the program versus the amount that you're putting in, which is time and money, is not even comparable. We're getting so much more from you than what we're giving. And so I would tell people, I recommend it because you're gonna get way more than your money's worth, right? They are super flexible, and you get that real one-on-one attention, so your kids don't have a chance to slack off. In comparison to other programs that are out there, this is awesome. When we come home from robotics and we sit in the car, he's like, Mom, that was the best part of my week. You know, so when I see that in my 7th grader who, you know, is full on in junior high, I think that is a huge testament to what you're doing here. It's great.
It's fun. I like the piano. Like, you guys have like a really good teaching method. Like, I learn a lot.
He beams when he comes here. He beams. I feel like his confidence has gone up a little bit too.
It's also, he's gotten more interested in it as well, and so there's been some hard times, you know, because it's not always easy to do. And I think just him being more interested in doing it when he comes, it rekindles that fire almost, and so it's helped him get through that. So yeah.
Our spring concert is going to be unique because instead of simply doing piano performances, we want to help emphasize the diversity in our studio. So there's some students who may not want to do a piano performance, and there's probably a lot of parents who only want to hear their kid perform and aren't quite as interested in what other students might be doing. So we're delving into our students and their interests, so that way it'll both be a piano performance as well as a variety show, so that some of the other incredible talents we have in our studio will be made apparent.
Both excited and nervous. Obviously, I don't love playing in front of groups, but yeah, I'm excited.
Our vision for the Academy 5 to 10 years from now is that we're going to be able to have a much larger span, so that way we can help more people around the country. Additionally, we're going to be having a larger, more thorough language and culture program, including several languages around the world. And then from there, we can help bring these cultures to people in the community who may normally not have access to them. Additionally, with our robotics and coding program, we're hoping that we're going to inspire students who are going to make meaningful and lasting changes in the world. This means that we can help them to build and code devices that may help us better explore our world, or better explore humanity or ourselves. And for the music program, we're going to further develop our curriculum and really find those students who are passionate about music. From there, we're going to be able to help bring volunteer service in, so that way students who don't have access to funding for music will be able to come in and learn that from us. Additionally, we're going to have scholarships for the students we teach who seem particularly interested in the field of music.
Thank you guys for always helping me out and just staying with me even though I mess up a lot.